welcome back. If this is your first time, I hope you'll stay. Espero que te quedes. Now today we're looking at a very popular doubt. So we're looking at a doubt that we all have as Spanish learners. What does se translate to? In many cases, when we're reading a text and we come across se and a verb, we find it really hard to translate. And mostly, this confusion is caused by our lack of knowledge. We do not understand the impersonal usage of verbs. We haven't yet learned that there are such verbs called impersonal verbs, verbos impersonales. Okay, so in Spanish you have verbos impersonales con se, and so that's what we're going to be looking at today. What are impersonal verbs? So these are verbs that are used to talk in a general manner. So instead of saying I'm talking, you're talking, she's talking, we are talking, you're not saying anyone's talking, you're talking in general. So talking has been done, the center of attention. So because the subject is not the center of attention, it is imperfect. Could be anyone. We're not putting that emphasis on the person, so it's impersonal. It can pertain to anyone. Okay? So, what do we know about the se, impersonal verbs with se? Well, it's in the third person. It's always in the third person. So, se dice, se habla. Okay? Third person, singular, never in plural. Okay? So, these are your 10 most seen impersonal verbs with se. With se, and I emphasize with the se because there are other sorts of verbs as well that are impersonal, such as hay, from haber, hay, mucha gente, there are a lot of people, that's impersonal. So the verb haber, obviously you can change the subject, you can change the tense as well. You could say hubo or había. Okay, there is the verb ser, es. Okay, es tarde, es temprano. So it's late, it's early. Again, it is the third person singular. I did a video on verbs that are normally we would normally classify as impersonal verbs. Go and have a little look if you haven't seen that. But for today, your focus is really on these 10 se verbs that you really need to be able to identify because you see them everywhere, and I want you to be equipped as usual and know what they mean. Okay, you ready? Yeah? Okay, so the first one you might see, and you can use it a lot to talk about your life and how people live. Se vive. The verb vivir, to live. Se vive. You might want to say se vive muy bien aquí. Muy bien aquí. Okay? So one lives really well here. Okay? Life is good here. Se vive. Who lives well? In general, one lives well. Okay? People live well here. It's not personal to me or you. We're saying people here generally have a good quality of life. Se vive bien. People live well here. Okay? Right, so this is a good one to know because you will hear it all the time. So make sure you get that one done. Okay? Right. Next one, from the verb suponer, to suppose. Se supone. Se supone. Supposedly. Se supone que ya no hay dinero para edificar más. Okay? Supposedly there is not enough money to keep building. Supposedly. Okay? Supposedly. Se supone que no hay dinero. Se supone que No hay dinero. There's no money. Okay? Right. This one I know you've seen. You have seen, and you've asked, and you've inquired, and you've had your doubts. How do I translate this? Is it he says? He says would be él dice and not se dice. So that's the difference. You have to understand when and how to put the subject. Okay? So se dice is quite literally, it is said. Okay? It is said. Se dice que en España la gente baila muy bien. It is said that in Spain people dance well. Se dice que en España la gente baila bien. Okay? So it is said that in Spain, Spanish people dance well. People dance well, supposedly. Yeah? Se dice. Not supposedly, I've just jumped, I do that. Se dice. It is said. Who said it? ¿Lo digo yo? ¿Lo dices tú? Se dice. People say. Okay? It is said. So if you see, again, the focus is not on the person, but generally. Okay, what is said generally. Okay, let's move on. Next, I am sure you've seen this one too. Se habla. Remember, if I were to make it personal, I would say yo hablo. I speak. You speak. Tú hablas. But because the se is in front of it, you're now making it general. Okay? It's not personal to anyone. Okay? You're not the focus. Se habla. Se habla francés allí. Se habla francés allí. Okay? So, se habla, people speak French there. French is spoken there. That's how we would say it in English. Se habla francés. Okay? French is spoken there. People speak French. So generally, that is how we would put it. Generally, people speak French there. Okay? Good one. Se habla español. Se habla inglés. En Inglaterra se habla inglés. Okay? In England, they speak English is spoken. Okay? Right. Next one. Se puede. Se puede. Yo puedo. I can. No, no, no. Se puede. One can. Okay? Se puede encontrar. Se puede encontrar trabajo ahí. Se puede encontrar trabajo en todas partes. En todas partes. Can you see that? En todas partes. That's gone off to the other side just a little bit. Okay? Se puede. Okay? Se puede. It can. Okay? So, one can find a job anywhere, or everywhere rather. En todas partes. Se puede. One can. Se puede? You might see this as well. You might hear that. You might be in your office or in your room and somebody might puede. May I? Okay? So you might have seen that in that, with that translation as well. Se puede encontrar. Okay? One can find jobs anywhere. Okay? One can find work anywhere. Se puede. It's possible to find. It is possible. Okay? Se puede. Okay? Se puede encontrar. One can find. Se puede. It is possible. Okay? Se puede hablar. One can talk. Talking is done here. Se puede. It's possible. Yeah? Se puede. Okay? You can put this with whatever verb, whatever is possible, okay? You can, okay? So se puede, you can, one can, more formally, one can do this, one can do that. It's not saying you can, we're just saying in general, you can, one can. All right, okay, next one. Se busca, okay? You might see se busca trabajo o se busca compañero de piso. I see this in the street all the time. It's compañero or compañera de piso. Se busca is you're looking for, okay? In search of. So in search of a flatmate, okay? Se busca, searching for, okay? Se busca, maybe it's a thief. Se busca and such a person. Se busca compañero. I like that better. De piso, okay? Looking for flatmate, okay? It's general. Looking for. Se busca. I'm searching for this. Not I am, but the ad is searching for a flatmate. Okay? Se busca. O en búsqueda de, in search of, as well, you will see, but that's not quite the same. Okay, right, moving on. Se sabe. It is known, se sabe que en los Pirineos hay que llevar abrigo, okay? It is known. Okay, not that I know, but in general, everyone knows. Everyone knows that if you go to the Pyrenees, you need a coat. It is freezing up there. Have you been? Even in summer, you need a coat in the Pyrenees. Freezing, okay? So, se sabe. This is general knowledge. Everyone knows. So, you could translate that in English as everyone knows that you need a jacket in the Pyrenees. It's a known fact. It is known. Se sabe, okay? Se sabe que hace falta abrigo en los Pirineos, okay? There we go. First time I went, I found out the hard way. Right, next one. From the verb rumorear, to rumor, there's a rumor, to spread a rumor, rumor. That's hard for us. Rumorear. Try it. Rumorear. That takes a lot, at least for me. You might find that a bit easier, but for me, it's a hard word to say. Rumorear. A mouthful indeed. Se rumorea. Yeah, it's rumored that se rumorea que están casados. It's rumored that they're married. Se rumorea que ya están casados. Que ya están casados. Yeah? It's rumored that they're already married. They want us to think that they're friends, but they're already married. Yeah, they got married already, you know? Se rumorea. Se rumor. You see, guys? Se rumorea. Se rumorea. Try it with me. Se rumorea. I find this word hard to say quickly. Okay, next. Se espera. Okay? Se espera. Okay? It's expected. Se espera. Give me a good sentence. Se espera una victoria, se espera una victoria, otra victoria, se espera otra victoria para Real Madrid. Okay? If you're into football, say so. Another win is expected for Real Madrid. For Real Madrid. It sounds so funny when you say it in English. Real Madrid. Real Madrid. Okay, se espera. Okay? It's expected. Okay? Right. Next one. Se considera, se considera es considered. Se considera. Se considera de mala educación hablar cuando otra persona está hablando. Okay? It's considered rude to speak when someone else is speaking. Se considera de mala educación that's the I. Educación, hablar cuando otra persona está hablando. Okay? Se considera, it's considered. Okay? Next one. I am sure, look around next time you're in Spain. You will see this everywhere. Se vende. Okay? Se vende for sale. I'm not saying I'm selling or you're selling. Se vende. For sale. This is just a general statement. Se vende coche nuevo. So new car for sale. Se vende. And the last one, can you see it? Se ve. From the verb ver, to see, se ve. Se ve mucho por aquí. Se ve mucho cambio. Okay? Okay? Se ve mucho cambio. So a lot of change is seen. Se ve. So these are perhaps the most popular ones that you will see. Okay? So that is your last one, se ve. Remember, there are other verbs that are impersonal. If you don't know those ones, please go and have a little revision. There's another video on that. But for now, these are perhaps your most popular impersonal verbs. Let me know if you knew these ones. And now when you see it in a text, you don't have to be trying to translate in your head and thinking that what does this say mean? What subject does it mean? Does it mean he, she, or it? Because you now know that it is generally speaking, and that is the translation for se when it's accompanied by these verbs. Okay, so that is it. I hope you're walking away with something new today. And until next time, guys, and don't forget to subscribe, like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you next video.